Hi everyone, this is Yana Smakula for SimonsSTM.com. Welcome back for another Yippee for Yana episode. In this video, we are creating a stunning card using the shiny Baubles stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. Here's a look at this stamp set. It is phenomenal, you guys. It is one of those sets with beautiful vintage imagery that allows you to create real dimensional vintage ornaments. Well, not real, but real looking dimensional ornaments. You have parts and pieces to stamp different parts of the ornament, create different color combinations, create even little scenes within your ornaments. There's also a set of coordinating dies that really helps you take your ornament to the next level. You can definitely use the stamp set alone without the coordinating dies, but if you pair it with the coordinating dies, you have a whole lot more options. Here is a look at one of the ornaments that I stamped yesterday, that one done in red and also one done in sage. And I'm just going to add a couple of die cut pieces on top of the ornament to give you an idea of how you can take your ornament to the next level when you use the coordinating dies. It's very, very beautiful. Okay, for my stamping, I'm going to use 3 shades of one color. So I have jade, eucalyptus, and juniper from Simon Says Stamp. You can recreate this card in so many different colors. My card is mostly monochromatic. As you can see, I have a sage background, and then I have monochromatic stamping and just a touch of gold and black. You can replicate this card using any other color combination you like. If you like pinks, you can go with pinks. If you like reds, you can go with reds, purples, you name it. Here, I'm starting to work on my card by first stamping my main ornament. I'm going to do one ornament that's all dressed up, cut out with all the bells and whistles, and then I'm going to add a whole bunch of other ornaments stamped onto a background to fill the background of my card in. I have a mini Misty stamping tool. I have Simon Says Stamp 130-pound cardstock. You guys, I love this paper for stamping. This is like the best paper in the whole wide world for stamping. I'm down to like this very last sheet, and I need to go ahead and place an order for another pack of this paper. But if you have not tried this paper for stamping, give it a try. It is amazing. It is fantastic. It is phenomenal. First of all, it's nice and thick. So if you cut it out, you won't need to add additional layer behind it just because it's so nice and sturdy. And also it's super smooth. It takes ink so well. I love stamping on this paper. Okay, with the stamping done, I'm using the coordinating die and I'm going to cut the ornament out. Now, you have multiple options in this set. Not only do I have the die that cuts the outline, cuts the ornament out, I also have other dies to cut pieces for the ornament. Here, for example, I added a little circle inside the ornament and I'm going to cut both pieces together. I also used gold glitter cardstock and I cut a little trim around the opening in my ornament and also the ornament topper. I used glitter paper, gold glitter paper, because that's the color combination that I like, the sage and the gold glitter. But again, if you are, if you're using a different color combination, maybe you're doing teal. Teal would look phenomenal with gold as well, but with silver too. You can do pink and gold or pink and silver, lots and lots of options. I was just using my Barely Art glue to adhere the pieces onto the ornament. And with that done, I die cut another solid ornament using sage cardstock. So I now have 2 ornaments. I am going to use my main ornament real quick. I have a piece of cardstock that I did my stamping on where I cut the ornament from. I'm using that as a guide. So I popped my stamped ornament into my Misty, into that guide. I placed a little scene that I'm going to stamp on the inside of my ornament, on my Misty. I closed the door of my Misty. I picked that up. I'm now going to pop my sage solid ornament into that guide, ink up my image using black ink, and stamp that onto the solid ornament in black. I love this. By the way, In the coordinating die set, there is even a die to cut this little Santa village scene. It's so clever, so super cute. And when I layer the stamped ornament over the sage ornament, you can see how all of that is going to look once finished. So beautiful. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You can do a one layer stamped ornament if you want, because you do have like the little circle trim that you can add in stamping using inks. That's what I'm trying to say. You can add that onto your stamped ornament. But I really like that we have the coordinating dies, and I like that the coordinating dies give us that option to cut into the ornament and create that depth and dimension and make it look a little bit more real. Now, you also have little bits and pieces that you can stamp onto the ornament to add detail. And for that, I'm using eucalyptus ink. I've placed my images onto the ornament, picked them up with my Misty stamping tool, and I'm just going to double stamp them onto the ornament so that I have that beautiful detail. This looks quite bright at the moment. The ink looks vivid, but that's because the ink is wet at the moment. As the time passes, the ink is going to dry and it's not going to look as contrasting on the finished ornament as it does right now. Okay, now that we have the two parts and pieces ready, I'm going to foam mount my stamped ornament onto my sage ornament. I'm using foam adhesive squares. These are the 3D foam adhesive squares, the regular thickness. So these are 2 millimeter thick. And I'm using the small squares as well as the large squares, although I did use scissors and I cut the large squares into little bits to be able to add them behind the skinnier or the thinner portions of my ornament to foam mount the ornament onto the sage piece. Again, you can skip adding the dimension if you prefer one layer cards. You have that option to do the stamping, directly onto the ornament, but I love to have dimension on my cards, so I will always use foam adhesive and add some sort of dimension to my projects. So here's a look at our ornament all assembled. Again, this is going to be the main piece on our card. If you want, you can certainly create several ornaments like this and fill the entire background of your card with ornaments, like have a little pattern. But I wanted to have ornaments on my card, additional ornaments, but I didn't want those additional ornaments to distract from the main ornament. So instead, I grabbed a panel of sage cardstock. This is cut to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches, and this is going to create the front of my card. And I'm going to stamp additional ornaments, the same ornaments pretty much, using slightly darker ink in the background just to create an illusion of ornaments on my card, if you will. So here I'm using the eucalyptus ink. For the main ornament, I used jade. Here I want to use ink that's slightly darker, so I'm using eucalyptus, and you can see what it looks like once stamped on this sage cardstock. When you stamp on colored cardstock with colored ink, a dye ink, and the positively saturated ink is a dye ink, it's not going to look the same as when you stamp with this ink on white cardstock. It's going to look darker. Here, I'm basically doing tone-on-tone stamping. This is something that's really beautiful, really cool. And I'm using pretty much the same color of ink as my cardstock color. But if you're using a different color of cardstock and a different color of ink, for example, if you were making a pink ornament and you wanted to stamp pink ornaments onto this sage panel, it would not look pink. The pink and green would mix and would kind of look probably a little muddy, a little brown. So just keep that in mind. Color, it matters what colors you are using. Okay, so I'm stamping the ornaments onto my background, and I want to have an odd number of ornaments. So I already have 4. I'm stamping the 4th ornament here on the background, and then the 5th ornament is going to be the one that I just created, the decorative one. I am going to add additional images, additional components to my ornaments because I want them to look almost finished, almost complete. So I'm now stamping the circle inside the ornament, and for that I'm using the darkest ink. This is juniper, and I'm double and even triple stamping this in some cases because I want to have that nice color saturation. I'm also going to add the additional detail stamped onto the ornaments, just like I did with my main ornament, but that's it. I'm not going to do anything else. I will also stamp the ornament hangers because these are missing as of right now, but I'm not going to add any stamping inside the opening, inside the darker circles. So I'm not stamping any scenes or any detail in there. You can if you wanted to, because there are many options in the stamp set for you to create little different details, add little details to your ornaments, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just adding that simple stamping. I'm also adding a sentiment to this card, and my sentiment reads, "Joy to the world." I did leave some space at the bottom there on my panel where I could fit this sentiment. And there I went ahead and I stamped it using black ink. My idea for this card is to make it look like this is a Christmas tree. So hence the color sage. I didn't want to use the traditional green. I like the muted green better. And I wanted to have a whole bunch of ornaments there. So this is why I stamped the ornaments in the background. I created a pattern with the ornaments. And this is why I have this one main ornament, so that the finished card is going to look like it's a Christmas tree, or a Christmas tree is in the background, and I have one beautiful ornament in the foreground. Next, I used Simon Says Stamp dot adhesive, and I adhere this panel onto an A2 side folding card base. And next, I'm just going to use Barely Art glue and glue the ornament in that space that I have left on the background. And our card is almost ready. I love the way this looks. I want to add a couple of gems to my background. I want to add some sparkle because, we need some sparkle on our card. And I'm using the gold Positively Dazzling gems from Simon Says Stamp. I love the size of these. They come in 3 or 4 different sizes in a pack, and I'm just going to position a whole bunch of ornaments onto my background until I have it filled with beautiful gems. You could, if you wanted to, also add additional gold glitter die cuts to the ornaments that are stamped in the background. I considered doing that, but I didn't want to distract from the main ornament on my card. And with that done, I'm also going to use my Sakura Jelly Roll pen. This is a 0.5 size pen to add little white dots onto the background. I'm not adding a lot. I thought about adding quite a lot. At first, I planned on adding a whole bunch of white dots to the background just to imitate texture, but I ended up adding just a couple, like one dot next to each gem or next to each gem cluster, and that worked well for this card design. So here's a look at the 2 cards I have for you today. These are identical cards. I did create one card ahead of time, and you can see that the colors are a little bit lighter on that card. That's because I made that card last night, and the ink already had a little bit of time to dry. So it doesn't look as vibrant. It looks a little bit more muted. And that's exactly the look that I was going for. So this is a look at the card I have for you today, created using the gorgeous shiny Baubles stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. Thanks so much for joining me today. All supplies I used for this project are listed and linked in the video description below. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I hope you feel inspired to create and you're going to give this idea a try. Love you, and I'll see you again next time.